narrative review, critical review, and the case studies. Also, conference proceedings. So many conferences, they publish proceedings, and these proceedings are also indexed in internationally recognized databases. What are the databases? We are also going to discuss. No, many of you maybe know, like Web of Science, Scopus database. So these are the reputed international databases where your work must be indexed. So what is the short communication? I try to explain here. You can see, like sometime we have uh, quick novel results and we wanted to publish a short communication. Probably it's a short paper dealing with the novel research findings. So here you can publish like 4,000 to even the less words. So indicating uh, some novel findings. So another like original research paper, then you will see a review paper. It written mostly when we are seeing journals, published journals, we can see the type of the publication. Perspective. So we can write perspective on any topic which is the very important for the scientific community. So this is also kind of small words, like here you see phytoremediation, bioaugmentation, and the plant micro. Yeah, so they write perspective on this. Also, some journals, not all, but some journals, they accept viewpoint. Mostly the viewpoint is not peer reviewed. Only editor decide either this viewpoint should be published. Even the some reputed journals, they are publishing viewpoint. So the viewpoint sometime only 1,000 words, so you can publish like that. Also the case study in the last here you can say where I'm indicating. So case study you can publish. What is exactly organization of the paper? So mostly our research paper must be divided in several sections. There are some issues with my screen. Just a second. Like you see here in research paper, we have sorry.
It's working, sir.
Yeah, but some problem in my monitor. I cannot see my presentation very well. Okay, like research paper, we need to write, start like here, abstract, yes, introduction, methods, discussion, conclusion, sometimes results and discussion together, and cited work. So this is a general organization of research paper. Like we will discuss also in detail how we can write a particular section, but here I am just trying to give you the overview what should be in research paper and what should be in review paper. Review paper sometimes is not defined what exactly you needed to, what kind of sections should be, but still if you are dealing with the uh, recent work, recent findings you try to, or recent theme, so it's supposed to be categorized. Like here you see, if this is my work, like nanobiochar, a novel solution for sustainable agriculture and environmental remediation. So it's quite 1-2 year old, but you see how many sections I have formulated here. So this is typical review. It's like you are giving an introduction. This is the same like research paper, but research paper you are giving your own objective, your own theme. But here you followed one particular topic and go for the introduction. What you discussed also you can you need to explain in the introduction. Then you go for the like fabrication of nano. That time it is needed, but at current situation, this second section that might that is not much necessary, because a lot of information about fabrication of nanomaterial, characteristics of nanomaterial. So better to write more focused what is needed for the current situation. So the biggest problem for early career researcher to write first draft, and it is very necessary to make plan while you are writing your first draft, because of course every time you are thinking where to start, what to write, how to write. So this is very challenging. So how to write first draft? When you have prepared your synopsis for doing your work, like you are doing PhD or you're doing masters, and you have to do this research, so you prepared your synopsis. During that you already defined what you are going to do, or if you are scientist you have project, so during project you are also mention the project, mention the methods. So what is very supportive, you must write methodological part in detail before uh, obtaining, I mean during the experiment. Step by step try to focus, try to write the methodology which you follow and results. Some in the beginning you can use like tabular form results, whatever you received, but later you try to refine one by one. What I am doing, I mean we are doing like that. During the experiment we mentioned everything, then we received the results, we try to analyze these results and try to present in our own way. But if there are more questions from the senior colleagues or comments from the reviewers, then you can change, but still you should follow the standard publications like high impact journal publications, so you see how they represented their results. Because it is not needed every time you are using one software or Excel or something like Origin to prepare results in your graphical form. So it needed to update time to time. I mean, you can see how the high impact journal they require what kind of figures they are publishing. But again, once your rough draft is ready, you should not you should not worry. I mean, you should not be in stress to see that it is not good. So because first draft, of course, it need again and again and again reading more and more and more time. So when first draft is ready, take a break for few days, maybe 1 2 days, then try again, read whole paper and think what you wanted to present, what results you have, how you can simplify and give to the audience to read uh, without any issues. So checking again and again, it is necessary. Then you can send it to your seniors, your supervisors, to get a remarks and try to address those remarks. Then your draft is ready. After that, focus on the writing part. But one more thing uh, which needed to, I mean, we be careful when you are writing your draft, try to write same time references. I usually do, like I make comments each line which I write, and then I put comments. In comments I put references, so later I arrange everything. So this is the easy way to avoid any issues later, that you forget to cite some papers, you forget to justify the facts. So again, here good writing is rewriting. Several edits will make draft perfect, like first draft, second draft, third draft, fourth, and then your manuscript will be ready. Some precautions you need to follow, or you need to keep in mind to avoid these issues. Like, be careful while you are starting sentences. Sentence shouldn't be start with the abbreviation, because each editors who every day receiving large number of manuscript, and they quickly reject your paper, not only based on your research finding, but also your presentation, your writing. So if they see that you use this kind of sentences or symbols like 10 mg urease we have used in this, like that, I mean the numerical values, do not start your sentence with numerical values, symbols, acronyms and abbreviation. Also excess use of like etc, but, can, could be, this supposed to be avoid, because these words, I'm not language teacher, but these words giving you like uncertainty. So do not use the words which more focus on uncertainty. Also be consistent, like here, do not capitalize terms unnecessary, because we are doing mostly. Like if you want to highlight, so do not every time capitalize. So in case of plants, use one time, like if you say like triticum aestivum, one time you use, then further you go for abbreviation. Also try to use scientific names to make more better presentation. So also like several units we are using in figure, you use this type of mg per liter, then you go for in the text you use another format. So all the formats and everything must be the similar. Also avoid reading and citing pediatric journals information. Sometimes those information is not correct. The journals who published unpeer reviewed, or today you send your manuscript, tomorrow they give you acceptance, so they just published any information. So try to avoid those journals, reading those journals papers and citing. So like pediatric journals, no definition, no defense, like here you see. Also try to avoid exaggerate your results, your conclusion, like superfluous information. uh, Not like that you have one experiment and you are solving all the scientific problems or sustainable agriculture or everything. So try to be real, not exaggerate, because of course the editors and anyone, those who working in that area, when they reading your manuscript, they will clearly understand what is your finding, what it going to solve, not not exaggerate the information. So this is very necessary. Rising can't move. Okay. Just a second, I have some problem. I cannot move my slides. It's better. Okay. So also be very careful using these words, especially like here you see the black is bad, red is very bad, green is good. So like instead of these words, not observed, not present, no difference, not significant, this type of words shouldn't be used in manuscript. You can use instead of sense of differences in the same content, similar level. I mean, you must not use much uncertain words. So also never use all these very word words, delete them and use only green one. So like when you are using increases for the 10 times during, so here you can replace, focus on these words. So do not start sentence it with in addition, however, moreover, beside. No, particularly we are using however, but still this is not giving you good presentation. So meanwhile, interestingly, but and how. So also some words you must avoid, like we developed, so our results showed. So like we, our, uh, this supposed to be avoid. Also other researchers, you must give the citation, not just refer other researchers. So this supposed to be avoided. Also like here for concentration you can use content. So these are the some words which must be replaced. Who telling, I mean, when you will see the good publications, they usually do not use this kind of words, like inorganic fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers, chemical fertilizers. You can just say mineral and organic fertilizers. So this supposed to be the red color words you must avoid to use. So figure also very important for any manuscript. So make always a conceptual figure and graphical abstract. Should be, I mean, could be similar, I mean, figure and graphical. Focus the figure on your conclusion. If you are making a graphical abstract, it must represent overall your manuscript. Sometime author taking one figure and submit as a graphical abstract, because many journals they are asking like highlights, graphical abstract. So do not just take one figure and submit as a graphical abstract. You try to give a summary, not use not I mean use only text. There should be only graphical form. So also when you are preparing figures, try to avoid, not use 3D bar, borders around the figures, bar chart with many bars. No, this supposed to be avoided. Avoid to use dashes also. So this is important. So now we are going to talk about our main talk, how to write research paper. So in research paper, as earlier I said, there should be introduction, methods, results, discussion, conclusion. So these are the sections supposed to be there. So first we going for the title. When we are writing title must be representative of your whole work. So anyone can read title and can understand what you performed, what you did in your manuscript. So this is very important, and you need to be very careful to write a good informative title. So like title also has different types, like indicative title where you are indicating something, informative title like you are giving information, like something like conclusion, question type titles you are raising some questions and then you discussed in your manuscript. Main subtitle like series type of titles, you can see here in the example those who published by us, like here toxicity of copper oxide nanoparticle on spring barley. So here it is very clear that in this paper we have discussed a toxicological aspect of nanoparticle on plants. So like this is up indicating. And then you see here a novel statistical zoning method for lanthides. So here we are giving information that we did this. So like informative question type: can nanotechnology approaches improve the soil health and crop productivity? This is like we raise a question and then we discuss in detail. It can be review. So series type like one now and then further you left something. So title, each words in the title must be very carefully formulated and not so big title, not 1 2 line, just concise and a small title will be good. Then the second part, after title, all the author name must be in full, not because sometimes it is difficult when you are using different names, like my name is Vishnu D. Rajput, Vishnu Dayal Rajput, but in the beginning I was using Vishnu Rajput, sometime Vishnu D. Rajput. So different formats I was using, and it was problem when your document indexing in database like Web of Science and Scopus, so it can create automatically several profiles. So use only one format of your format, or do not need to use many format like Vishnu D. Rajput, so Vishnu D. Rajput everywhere. Then you go for the affiliation. Affiliation also must be full, like lab where you did experiment, department, university, and pin code number. So all this needed uh, for publication. And after that, the corresponding author must be clearly indicated with the email, with the detail. And then we go for the abstract. So abstract is also very important, and it is the first thing which anyone like editor or readers looking for. So abstract is like a teaser or trailer. So this is like you are giving a trailer for your paper. So abstract must contain also three things, like why did you study that subject, I mean particular, how did you study it, like first you are indicating the importance of study, then second you go for methodological part in concise way, and then what did you find and what does it mean, why scientific community need to study study your paper, what you are aiding for the scientific domain by your experiment. So in the beginning 1 or 2 line you must emphasize the importance of study, then methodological aspect 1 or 2 line, then you give the results, key comparative results, again not superficial results. Like if you are working on plant, then you say nutrient use efficiency is one of the important issue for the scientific community, or it is important issue for the sustainable development. Therefore we have conducted experiment in field condition to enhance the urea efficiency. And then you said uh, different treatments showed that the chlorophyll content increased or plant growth increased, blah blah blah. Therefore we can indicate the using this method or whatever material is interesting or good to enhance the efficiency of urea or particular anything. So here this is a superficial information, you have not justified any numerical or comparative study here. You just say this increase, morphometric increase, photosynthetic parameter increased, or any other indexes increase. So in this type of papers, you must give some numerical key findings, so anyone can understand that this is your results, not that just enzymes increase or this decrease. This is superfluous information. So state principle, objective, scope of the investigation, describe methodology employed, what you used, summarize the results, not in detail because abstract have limitation. Some journals only ask 150 words. Some of them ask 250. So not more than that. So try to be very precise and concise. So summary, state the principle of conclusion, aid future perspective. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this aspect is important. So should be specific, concise, must stand along from the rest of paper. I mean, if someone read only abstract, they should understand what kind of indexes you use, why this experiment you performed. In summarized way, you need to indicate the methodological part so he or she can understand clearly what results you receive, what conclusion you made, and why those conclusion is important. So also do not use abbreviations or citations of the other paper in abstract. So, but some mostly I know many of you know this, but still I saw sometime people using. How to write effective introduction for research paper. So here you can see what do we already know. I mean, this is a general formulation of introduction. What gap in our knowledge does this fill? And what do I want to find out? So in the beginning, you see this 4 point must address in your introduction. Like first paragraph, I indicated here, you should show global importance of your study. So this is one paragraph. You can segment like 1 section, 2 section, 3 section. Later you can merge. And second part of your introduction supposed to be importance of present object. I mean, if you are study like nanomaterial, then why nanomaterial is important? And then the third section, for example, in nano, you have some specific nanomaterial, maybe zinc oxide or this. So you need to give the importance of those object, why you want to study. And then the third paragraph, like what already did, and connect with the title of your research. So third part supposed to be the material or object you are going to study. You have to connect with the present work and show or indicate the gap. So last one suppose must be like what objective you have performing, you are going to perform, and gap which you are going to fill. So this supposed to be in the last section of your introduction. So it's not just one it is not just you started to write and you finish at the end. It must be several sections inside your introduction and logically present each other to connect and indicate why your work is important and compare with the existing literature. And this also shouldn't be like 300 words, 400 words. There is a standard. So it must be like 6 to 1000 words. Between this, you need to write your introduction. Material and methods. So here I already said in this you can also make subsections, sections. So make subsections. Applied method must be widely recognized. If you use some methods which supposed to be internationally recognized, not just locally taken, and if you have any new method you modified, you must indicate and cite if you have. And it should be clear and concise also, not sometimes they need instrumental details, experimental conditions, replications, statistical analysis, software use. This kind of information you have to write in material and methods. But not all the chemicals, Like if you use, for example, transmission emission, you should do like HPLC. If you use what was the company, what model, so you should indicate in the bracket in concisely. So here also I given this some questions like what sort of study I am doing, where and when does the study take place? Like you did in field condition, this year experiment in lab condition. So you clearly mention what do I measure, what is the your analysis. So clearly uh, you have to mention, and how do I make sense of these data and results. So analysis, I mean, which softwares you use. So this also needed to added in the material and method. Like results, so do use figures and table to summarize results, include enough statistical analysis. What is enough? I mean, because you should use like several software to see. Also you can use like uh, to create, I mean, you can compare in Excel as well, Origin. So different software you should use and give the significance level, errors. So must be enough statistical analysis of your results, not only just taken one uh, reading and put in figure or table. So it must be in replicate, in triplicate, and then average with the analysis. Emphasis only important observation. If you have a lot of results, you can put it in a supplementary, but only important results should be presented in figure and table. Also try to separate figure and table, not same results in table, same results in figure. This make paper bigger without any logical information, because every journal they have limitation also to publish the words. So try to be concise. Present your work in figures, but if needed, of course, tables also include. So here you do not need it to include discussion. Sometimes I see in the papers, but if they said only results, then only results, do not need it to add any discussion. Do not need to add materials, methods again. Like this study have been performed in lab condition, we use this method. So this supposed to be avoid in result section. Results mean only results, and then you describe what is this result. Do not need to compare or discuss here. But if you have comparative results, of course, within the treatment you have to compare. So repeat the legends for figure or the title of the table in the text, supposed to be avoid. So make subsections, comparative results, same results shouldn't be in table and figure. Cite, do not forget to cite table and figure in the text. If you have more results, excess results, you can use as a supplementary. It is necessary to make impressive graphs and figures. You can see here, like you, this is my graphical abstract I prepared in 2019, I mean several years ago. So you see, this is representing a whole nanotechnological cycle, and in this side also is our paper. So graph and table must be impressive. No, do not use bright colors. Try to use light colors and must be very clear. So table figure captions must be clear also, concise, stand with full meaning. Do not need abbreviation. In table, I mean in the caption of table and figures, you should not use abbreviation. Do not make it too big. Captions shouldn't be very big also. So discussion also, you can make sections like what result means and why they are important. This question must be in your mind, what you obtained and why and how it connected with the previously published work and what is your novelty. It must be highlighted. like relationship among observed facts, data to support the hypothesis you tested. Try to avoid old references. Now general clearly writing that do not use very old references until unless it needed to support some specific facts. So keep your language as simple and direct as much as possible. It not needed to be too complicated. Just a small sentence, and then you go for the proofread later, but not needed, I mean, too complicated language. So here also you can make subsections like what you made in uh, material and methods. So similarly you can segment. So in this way you can, or you will able to focus on your each finding, each indexes which you have considered in your objective. Like sometime we have many parameters, but we focus only on like molecular or something, so whole paper devoted on that. So if you make subsections, so you are giving importance to each section with the discussion, it will make your paper strong. So avoid to cite tables and figure in discussion. So significant finding must be connected and discussed with the literature. Do not just write that these paper publish similar results. So this is biggest problem I see in many papers. So what they do, like first they stated their study that we found that this important. Similar results were conducted by various researchers, and then they give citations. What various researcher, what other researcher did, you haven't stated, you just summarized one sentence. This is not good to write. And also here you see, first you write your sentence, then discussion means like Rajput et al found blah blah, Rajput et al 2000 this. Here in this way you should not write. Try to be a passive voice, like these, some give key results, then cite. If the similar results of 2 3 researchers, you need to combine and then give citation, not only one scientist name and then he found this one side. In reviews also researchers doing like that. So you take in one abstract, you found a key results, and then the Rajput et al did this. The one or two sentences completed. Then you further again the same. So try to be a passive voice, not active. Like conclusion. So conclusion also must be concise and clear. And here significant finding. In conclusion, again, do not need it to give introductory information. Do not need it to use material and method information again here. Do not need it to do not include any references. So just clear and concise and give a future perspective. And do not forget to put acknowledgement who supported, who critically evaluated your manuscript. So this is very necessary. Anyone who helped with the writing or English or offered critical comments, you must acknowledge them. Or any funding which you received. Many times I saw that there are problems in reference sections. So now you can use these modern, I mean the softwares to manage your references, because manually is very challenging task and a lot of dots and full stop and comma and even the name spellings. So you can definitely, I mean, mistake something. So try to use software. This is my suggestion. But still you can use manual, you can correct manually, but all things should be standard. Like some papers I saw earlier, like they abbreviated general names by themselves. Like if I say science of total environment, so they just the SCI total environment. So environ. So do not fabricate abbreviation by yourself. There are standard, each journal have abbreviated form, so you can search on Google. Also, cover letter is very important while you are submitting your manuscript. So they are supposed to be these sections like what kind of paper. So you can write like original manuscript, then again title, list of the author, and key findings. Not only just copy abstract and conclusion put in cover letter. No, here you should write by yourself. It is like a summary. What is the novelty? So the editor read and understand, okay, your paper is quite interesting, and give detailed information about corresponding author. Also, do not forget to write here like ethical subjects, ethical values. Now a lot of columns general needed, like you use AI or another uh, machine learning tools, so you must indicate, or your paper published as a preprint or anywhere, so you have to indicate. So cover letter must be designed also very carefully with the several sections, like to address, to subject, title, list of author, key finding of your paper, then ethics, and then go for your corresponding detail. Before submission, you must check, make one separate folder, because many times this kind of mistakes, like you forget something, then editorial board send you back, and this take like 1 month only wasting in this procedure. So try to make checklist, like you formatted your manuscript according to the general guidelines, check grammars and typos. Do not forget to write your figure numbers in tags, tables, so all must be there. Facts and details, sometime author present in table different numerical value and discuss different, so all the facts and tables, facts and details must be checked again. Graphics, table and figures correctly included, list of authors and detail and conflict. So all this you must prepare before submission to avoid any mistake. Then your paper go for the peer review, like technical quality check. So if you made any mistake during the submission, or your manuscript is not correctly prepared, then that definitely the paper will return back. So try to avoid this delay. So you in the beginning be very careful for the each section, and if everything correct, editorial board send your paper for the comments. When you receive comments, I prefer to use track change mode. So at least you can see what you are writing, what are you deleting, and even you can supply this manuscript during the revision, that what changes you make. And also when you are preparing the response letter, you must be very careful. Like reviewer spend time. I mean, he invested time for evaluating your manuscript, giving a critical remarks, like 1-2 line question he asked, and you said did. You again 1-2 line question, you said did. Again, then you say performed. No, you must also give the response in the same way. Like I have corrected, and the changes can be seen in particular line. Even sometime you can add what you change if it is not too large. So do not be too lazy to respond questions. So question answer, I mean, not only I did, we performed, corrected. So this is not. Of course, if you receive acceptance letter, you are happy. But if you get rejection, so here you shouldn't be stressed. You must have second plan B, so you can find another journal. This is a phenomena. In the beginning it is disappointing and distressing, but later on it become like a process. So take it easy and try to find another journal and publish. I'm not going to going in detail to hear how to write an effective review paper, but still some suggestions for me. First of all, try to understand, because review paper mostly Mostly, I mean, experienced scientists, they try to write, but still, if you are interested, try to find what is interesting, what is new. Like now, emerging contaminants in environmental science is like a warning issue. So mostly people try to write on it. So go for the critical evaluation of the data already available. Provide a comprehensive foundation on a topic, and then decide which type of review you want to write, like bibliometric review, descriptive review, comprehensive review. Even sometime like last 15 years paper on particular theme you have evaluated and make a sense that this is the important research area, and the last 15 years we have seen such growth in case of publication and citation. So any topic must be discussed in detail while you are writing review paper. Also, this is problem sometime early career researchers, that how to read review paper is very how to read any scientific paper, because sometime like paper 15 page, even 30 page, 20 page, and you read one, and just 1 2 pages you completed and you feel lazy or sleepy. So try to be very specific in this aspect also. You can just quick view. If the title is closely connected with your research, then you go for the detail, read abstract. If it is interesting, then you can go for the material methods and conclusion, then go for the introduction if too interested. Not that all paper published in your area you need to read. So be very specific in this case also, to not lose your interest to reading more and more papers. So try to first scroll to check either it is interesting for your research. How to write thorough review paper. Like when we are receiving some paper for uh, for comments, for review, oh, in early stage we are very happy. Even when you are well established, you say, oh, let me accept and make comments. But mostly uh, it take time. So first, for example, for me, I go quickly. First time, if it is very close, I take it for review, and then I read one more time, like 2 hour, 3 hour, and I think what author did, what they needed to do more, where is the problem, and then third time I make comments. But sometime people accept even without reading. They make title is not good, abstract must be revised, introduction is not sufficient, material method is not well explored, methodology is old, results are not well presented, and conclusion is not good. So this comment is ready. Not like that. I mean, be very serious while you are reviewing others paper. And if it is, you know that paper is for a student, you must be little more polite. Even you are going to reject, then give descriptive comment. This is another problem in scientific community. And nowadays, more and more papers are retracting. You see in various journals, they are retracting these papers because of malpractices, because of plagiarism, because of, I mean, they taken the ideas or the figures and tables. So this is very, very necessary to be very careful to present any data. Do not exaggerate, be real. Sometimes you published and you are happy, but some other authors ask queries that how this experiment have this type of values, so you don't have answer because maybe you exaggerate or fabricate it. So try to be very, very specific while you are presenting your research work, even the review paper. Last time one of my colleague, his paper retracted. Only few sentences, it's a review paper, only few sentences they exaggerate the information about heavy metal immobilization, so they retract. So each terminology which you are using, you must check, not just based on the AI or other system, because they are not they're giving you information, but you still you need to check either the terms which they suggested is representing your word or not. So each terminology or anything which you are using in your manuscript, you must be very careful. During the submission, the publisher also asks either you are going to present or you're going to publish your paper as a preprint. I suggest to not opt this option, because in case your paper rejected from that particular journal, then and it published as a preprint, sometime it making problem like plagiarism and other journal asking justification why your work available online. So try to avoid, but still if you want, because a lot of scientists they like to publish as a preprint, so you can do that. So now this is also new trend. I mean, many journals, they are open access. So it is problem in open access, you need to pay money, but still you can see here, you see here, I indicated, you can see, you can check the journal if they are, if it written like support open access, it means you have option to publish without open access. And also if you see such kind of information that journal offers author the option to publish their work as a open access, so here you have option to publish as a subscription based, not open access. So mostly now journals are open access, so you see a lot of information here, different type of uh, open access like gold, hybrid, bronze and green. So here subscription based giving you option. So when you are submitting, you need to check either this journal have possibility to publish as a subscription. In that case, you don't need to pay. And this is very important to understand. Where you are going to submit, that journal is indexed in these databases, so you can check the quartile. This is important for the scientific community now. Journal index in Scopus, Web of Science. So these are the data. How you can check? You can take just ISBN number of the journal and search in a Scopus or Web of Science, so journal will be available there. Also now this is new. Here you can see some journals, they are like in the 1% mean 99%. So this you can also put the title, or you can put the ISBN number and check here how, what is the percentile of that journal, what is the quartile. You can see SCI here in this link. So you can use that. So this is the ISBN number. It is indexed in Scopus or Web of Science or not, or disconnected. So try to be careful, because many of the journals, those writing that their journal index in Scopus or Web of Science on their website, but sometimes not. So you need to check by ISBN number. So thank you very much for your kind attention. So I also publish large number of books on nanomaterial, nanobiochar. So this is very interesting. You can explore. So here, sorry. Also, you can collaborate if you are working on environmental science and environmental pollution, biochar, nanomaterial. So you can collaborate. For students, this is very important. You can just search open door if you want to study in Russia for PhD, even for postdoc. This year I have selected 3 postdoc from India. So you can go for the open door. All the study is free. You can register here. You will see all the central universities in this website, and you go to the portfolio and you can select me also as a supervisor. My name is there, and you will have many options. So whole education will be free and you will receive a scholarship. This is the website. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn or another social website. So thank you very much.
Nandini.
Hello. Thank you so much, Dr. Vishnu D. Rajput, sir, for such an enlightening and insightful session. It was truly a privilege to have you with us today. Although you are one of the world's top scientists, what makes you truly remarkable is your humility and generosity. Every time our team or our chief secretary, Dr. Ankur Sharma, has reached out to you for an academic engagement, you have always responded with kindness, enthusiasm,
Very much.
and a willingness to guide and enlighten our participants. Your active presence on LinkedIn and other social media platforms is commendable. You not only share your groundbreaking research, review papers, and books, but also motivate and inspire young scholars through your videos. More importantly, you are always approachable for students who wish to pursue higher studies in Russia, be it PhD or postdoctoral research. Anyone interested can directly contact to me or Dr. Rajput himself, and I'll be happy to share his email ID with you. A big thank you, sir, for taking the time to be here,
Thank you to
accept,
you. Thank you very much. It is
accepting
really
our
great pleasure.
and delivering such an invaluable lecture. Before we conclude, I would also like to share that we are in the process of organizing an upcoming international conference with Iran and a summer school as well. We sincerely look forward to your active collaboration and participation in these events as well. Finally, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the attendees for being part of this session. I am opening the query section. You all can ask the questions and I'll be reading out to sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Rohit, unmute everybody.
Okay, sir. So the
If any,
participants can unmute themselves.
okay. If any participant has there any doubt related to this research paper writing and manuscript, whatever sir has delivered, he or she can ask directly.
Also, could you please share your PPT, sir? Everyone is asking for the PPT
Maybe
as well.
later I will I will talk to Dr. Ankur about it. So he can circulate. Thank you.
Everyone is appreciating, as I always said.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, what are those like Elsevier and ResearchGate, Science Direct? What are those, and what is the difference between journal and publication? I'm little bit confused over it, sir. Like we publish the publication in journal or what? What is that? And Science Direct, Elsevier, IEEE. What are those, sir? That are reputed journals or what?
These are the platforms, but the general which you are going to publish, of course, in your field, you will see large number of journals, and each journal have, I mean, editorial board and ISBN number. So you can check ISBN number to like in Scopus database, in Web of Science. So if the general index there, you must. But like Science Direct, this is a hub server where you can see many journals, even the Scopus. So Springer, elsewhere. So these have many journals, but still many journals, even in Scopus, they are not indexed in, no, I mean in Springer, they are not is indexed in Scopus. So it is also depend on your requirement. For example, for me, we are publishing here in Russia or recognizing only Scopus based publication. So many countries have different perspective. In India, like NAS rating is important, but you see above the 6 NAS rating, the general coming or under the Scopus or Web of Science having impact factor. So they are recognizing and they're getting more prestige compared to the below 6 NAS rating. So why it is important, I told you, because the reputation of journal is very necessary, because the results published there, the scientists trust the site, you get more and more citation. But if you publish in local or predatory journals, or journal those who giving just today acceptance, you submitted and they just accepted, uh, there are some issues. I mean, predatory journals. Like I'm not taking name of any publisher, but in Pune there are one publisher. They have several journals. It's like a now business to opening new journal and taking money from the authors and published, but nobody reading these papers. No importance. How many citations you get? So that's why there are still good journals, those who are free, open, not open access. Even the open access, then you can request, they are publishing freely. So better to check the indexing of the journal, try to get this information. Even the journal also have this information, like when you go the author section, they giving where the journal index, but not indexing in Google Scholar, ResearchGate, because anyone can put their work there. Anyhow, I mean, I cannot say what is the best variant, but what is needed, which I am saying. What I'm not sharing my, I mean, views, but what is required. When we are receiving projects, they are asking you must have 10 publication in Q1, Q2. So also you need to check the quartile of those journals by ISBN number. So this is, I mean, the phenomena.
Okay, next, please. If anybody has any query, please unmute yourself
Sir,
and
which is
ask.
the
No need to
best
write
journal
in
for
chat box.
genetic engineering?
Like some of them here, I can see the question, like how to create graphics. So there, I'm not, I mean, by myself I'm creating. We have many students, they are working, but still I'm telling, like, you can prepare graphics on BioRender, a lot of software. When you search on Google, you will find many software. So just try to be more prepare more good figures, try to represent in different way, not because now is competition. Manuscript must looks also nice, not only information. So while you are presenting a research review paper, even more important to have good graphics to representing whole information. Of course, scientific publication is not comic, not, I mean, the any that kind of magazine. Here you not needed to too much arrangement, but it must be clear, concise, good presentation, not so bright, I mean, color, but still have still have impressive, need to be impressive graphics. Someone also asked about, can you please tell me, is there any scholarship for doing masters? I already told. You can also check the Dr. Ankur's, I mean, social site and my site. We are often writing about this, but just search is a very good opportunity for any country, not only, I mean, India. The open door program. So by open door program, Russian government allowed to enter in this program. You can search open door and then enter, create your profile. You will
Sir, which is the best journal for genetic engineering?
I think Rohitji, any technical glitch from search site?
Yes, I think network issues there. Sir, connected to
Network.
I think. Yes, sir.
Sir is still in meeting or not? Huh, sir has joined.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, which is the best journal for genetic engineering?
Be it dear, sir has left due to some technical glitches.
I think, sir, will rejoin, sir, like within minutes.
Definitely, definitely. Might be some technical glitch or any other else.
Yes, sir.
Wait half and 1 minute. After that, I will make a call.
Mm,
Sir will join within a minute. In their office, internet connection, I think, is very loose.
Okay, sir.
Sir has joined. Make him co-host, please.
Sir, what is the
Hmm.
best journal for genetic engineering?
Oh, this is too specific. I mean, you can just search you can put even the your title on Google. You will see large number of journals. Then you go for the general impact factor, generals indexing. Then you will see. But I cannot say. I mean, because we are environmental scientists, so I don't know exactly what is the best journal in your area.
Sir,
But
whether
you
I
can
should,
easily find.
sir, whether I should do my research on soybean mosaic virus, will it be good? The research will be good, sir. Soybean mosaic
Uh,
virus, sir.
if you are using some modern approaches to control this disease, of course, this is a novel area. But if just, I mean, ordinary approach, you will have problem to publish in good journals. So try to use, like you said, genetic engineering. So maybe some genome editing tools to, I don't know, control you want to, or how exactly?
Sir, whether I should go for PhD in biotechnology, sir.
Yes, yes, why not? Why not? Biotechnology means not only biology, I mean, it's a plant science. So it's very, very promising area. So any research which is important at current scenario, you can follow. My master's in biotechnology, plant biotechnology.
Sir, I'm also doing in it, sir.
Great.
Okay,
I
next,
cannot
please.
so I cannot see your questions right now as I have joined by mobile phone. Some problem with
Okay.
my internet.
Sir, some of my peers are saying that biotechnology scope is less in India. You should go abroad. In abroad, there is vast scope. Sir, is it true or I should
Look,
go-
there are some problems in our system, I can say. Like in Russia, even if you did bachelor's in computer science, then you can study environmental engineering in masters. PhD, you can go for the biology. There is no restriction to change discipline. But you see in our system, when any announcement for the job, even the agriculture, they are like BSc agriculture, MSc agriculture,
Yes, sir.
PhD in agriculture. Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
this
Yes,
is
sir.
different system. So I cannot say exactly, but of course, uh, no, I don't know exactly the current situation because last 15 years I'm outside of India. So how the students who completed in biotechnology getting job, I have no idea. But still, this biotechnology is the just a tools of the biology, I mean plant science. So you can work in any field of agriculture, you can work on pathology, you can work on biochemistry, you can work on plant physiology. Even the similar happened with me. I completed my biotechnology from Chandrasekhar Azad Agriculture University. It was just new department open in 2005, and then I completed, and department just also closed after 1 or 2 maybe batches. My rank was good, but I selected biotechnology. It was surprising for everybody. Then I work on plant physiology. Then I work on botany for like structural, anatomical, and all. And then I go for the nanotechnology. Since 2015, I'm working on nanotechnology. And I also work on microbial biotechnology when I was in CSSRI Karnal. So 3 4 year I work on microbial biotechnology and then plant physiology. So now overall area, now I'm working on soil rhizospheric microbiome system. So all this connected, each index, which, because we are working how plant can grow in polluted condition, what will be the changes. So it not means that I am not working on biotechnology and molecular biology. We are also observing if plant grow in stress condition, what changes at molecular level, what changes at physiological level, biochemical level, ultrastructural, cellular, subcellular, completely botany. But not one person can do all. It's like a expertise. So I think you can study, but about jobs I have no idea. But this specialization can jump in any kind of research.
Sir, my dream is to get Nobel Prize. So is it possible, sir?
Of course.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Okay. Sir, I want to know about any journal which is related to language, or if there is some scope of working with language science at global level. Yeah, and I want to represent the Indian language at global level. So
Mhm.
there are so many Indian language that can be bring up to the global level. That can be Urdu, Hindi, Sanskrit, and so many languages are there. So I want to know about those journals and how can I access to them.
No, there are linguistic journals, those who
Hmm.
publish about language investigation or discoveries in languages. But I'm very sorry because area is completely different. But still, you can search. But it's good idea. Maybe you can approach this kind of journal in India and then go for indexing in various international database. I mean, it needed to be promote about development of various languages.
Yes, sir.
I mean, maybe there are some, but I have no idea.
Okay, sir. No, thank you.
So, before writing the manuscript, should we select the journal we wish to publish in, or after manuscript writing, we
I
can
think
think of the journal?
no. I think first you should write your manuscript, and then of course during the writing, you when you are citing others' paper, you will understand that these journals are closely connected with your research, with your manuscript. So better to not target one journal before writing. Just write your draft. When your draft is good, you show to your supervisor and other people. When all the critical evaluation is completed, then you can search or you can see what is more closer. Try to submit in good journal, high impact journal before. If it get reject, then you go for the little low impact journals. So this is, I mean, good procedure rather than the selecting before. Dr.
Sir,
Ankur, maybe I should close
sir,
right
by
now
working,
because
one
I need
question,
to
sir.
go.
Sir, by working in
Mhm.
genetic engineering, how can I get Sir Young Scientist Award? By what
This is the
methodology?
same guy. Yes, this is the same guy who asking again this question. Yeah, those who before wanted Nobel Prize, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you should try to focus on the study. Yes, this is your current task. Of course,
Okay, sir.
dreaming is possible.
Sir, I'm currently a master student, sir.
Yeah,
MSc Agri
so
Sir, I'm MSc Agri
so
Molecular Biology and Biotechnology.
just try to focus on research, then go for the PhD, and then go for the research.
Sir, many of my
Better
peers
to
are
think good, but but this is a procedure.
okay, sir.
Maybe other person. I'm
Sir,
sorry.
many of my peers are trying for government jobs. So they have no
Great, dear,
thoughts.
great, Mr. Nobel Prize awardee. Please give chance to another persons. Any other, please?
Sir, hello.
Yeah, yes.
Sir, my question is how to select a proper title for a research paper and a review paper.
So
Identify
this
the
is
title.
yeah, this is very important because the title is really necessary. Good title, I mean, really necessary to get acceptance. So first you need to think which parameters you have studied. So in title, because there in title it should be terminology, because one terms can represent, in science one term can give more explanation. So you try to find the very suitable term. Like if you study, for example, physiological parameters, a lot of physiological biochemicals, then you just add there only physiology, then the other people will understand that there are antioxidant or other parameters you study. So I mean, try to use terms, not making big sentence.
So first you will write in a Word file, then you will publish it.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, it was an excellent lecture, sir. Actually, we have got many information, but I tried to publish my paper in good journal, good NOS rated or Scopus journal. But the problem is APC, sir. The processing charges is too high.
Yeah,
So-
but not all the journals are open access.
Yeah,
There are
yeah. Tell me, sir.
every field there are large number of. I am publishing because Russia under sanctions, so we cannot support open access. But before I even helped a lot to Indian students, PhD students to publish. But now we cannot use that money to support open access. But still, I have every year large number of publication. If you see my ResearchGate or Scopus, I am only publishing in subscription based journals. So try to find more suitable journal which is open for the subscription publication, like without paying. So there are options I showed in my slide how you can find that.
So what about citations, sir? If we opt for subscription journals, citations will come down, or like if open access means
No,
everybody can see.
no. I have more than 14,000 citations. I have not many paper in open access. So this is not true. You can try to find the list which closer, the general closer to your research, and then try from the top to down, little down like that. But every time if you receive some comments, try to revise, not rather just submit.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. It is great
Excuse me,
pleasure to
sir.
connect. And I hope to meet you another platform. Thank you. Or this
Thank you so
platform,
much,
I
sir.
meet with Dr. Ankur another time.
Thank you so much, sir, for your great
Thank
advices.
you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you, Ankur.
And looking forward your support and cooperation in other academic activities organized by
Sure.
AgriMeet Foundation
Sure.
and Royal Society of Agriculture. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Thank you very
Vishnu,
much.
sir.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining. And thank you so much, sir.
Now everybody can leave, please.